We're about to see one of the messiest divorces in all history. The divorce of Trump and Elon Musk. All right, let's talk about this. And you know, if I was somebody who was doing some criminal stuff and came across another person doing criminal stuff, why would I give him access to all that stuff about me? You say, well, Samantha, how did that happen? Well, you know what? That Doge agency that didn't really exist, Trump gave Elon access to the IRS files, everybody personnel files. You remember that? All them personnel files he gave, he sent out, and oh my goodness, and everybody, public information, and all America was concerned about how he was giving out all this information and everything, and you know, and I was concerned about my privacy. But then you got to think about it. How can somebody use my Social Security? What they gonna do? What can Elon Musk do? You know, he can get the information. He didn't get information about the poor person or the average person. You know what he really got information on? The Supreme Court, Congress, senators, people that was movers and shakers, and the president. But see, Trump didn't see that coming. He saw the Epstein files because he gave him access to the FBI. He gave him everything that he needed to extort Trump, because he didn't think that Trump was going to do him that way. And then Elon didn't walk off. Trump fired him. Trump got rid of him and tried to make it look like it was a nice little relationship. It ran its course and everything. And then now Elon is coming out asking for Trump's impeachment. He's telling you about the Epstein files. And you ain't got if the reporters actually wanted to know, they don't have to find out how the Epstein files went, because Elon Musk gonna tell them. He gonna make sure he tell them. He gonna tell you what happened, how Trump's involvement. Because you know what, that ketamine is a hell of a drug. Got him walking like this, like Stevie Wonder. You ain't gotta worry about his intentions. See, now it's coming out that Elon Musk didn't get in office to save that money like everybody's saying and how the Republicans are saying. He went in there to save his own ass. See, the government was going after him for all that SpaceX and all that other stuff that he was doing. Probably the EPA would have shut him down from that Memphis project, but he had to get in the office in order to be able to fix it and for himself, and he did. He did it by saving Trump. He probably told Trump, I'm going to keep you out of jail and so you could become the president. And that's how he did. And so now you got a billionaire that's petty dealing with somebody that's got money and stupid. And now you finna see how petty Elon Musk can really get. Oh, but wait a minute now, but you gotta say, all them people that's for him, they gonna be behind him, these congressmen and all of that. You see, this is how they are gonna get out of it. They're gonna come and say, well, I didn't know, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I didn't know that was in the bill. Well, no, you know, they gonna come up with all this stuff. Well, you know, I didn't see the bill. Well, it was introduced at the last minute. They gonna come up with, because see, now they can't be focusing on deporting all these people. They gotta figure out how they gonna save their asses and their careers. But you know what? This reminds me in November, and I'm gonna post this video. I'm gonna post the video that started it all. When Kamala didn't win, I cried. I really cried, because I couldn't understand how things got the way it was. And for those of you, I don't know if y'all pray or not, but I had a dream that the reason why. See, all these folks treated him like God. And God told me that or angel or spirit, I'm just putting it out there, said that in 6 months, there's going to be folks that's going to be highly affected. It's going to be folks that's going to be directly affected. And it's going to be people that's not even going to be touched. Everything is not going to be touching. After 6 months, it's like it's going to change. Well, the damage has already been done. We cannot underestimate that. But it's going on 6 months. And look what happened. It stopped. Now they fighting among themselves. Fighting among themselves. So now, with all of this being said, we got to realize something. Can America bounce back from this? It's going to take a real good leader to bring us back to the relationships that we had with other countries and within the unity of ourselves. Because we need a president now that brings unity and not sit here and talk about Biden when half of the stuff that was going on came from his administration and Biden wasn't even close enough to fix it. And then now he's back in office and, he didn't bring the eggs down. He didn't bring the bacon down. Groceries are real high. And instead of him being a president of trying to keep his word, that war, he just said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to stop. I can't do all of that. Now we in a bad situation, and now you finding out that, you know what? He should have went to jail for them 34 counts. Yeah. And Elon probably should have went to jail too. But MAGA ain't gonna admit that they did wrong. A lot of them ain't. And a lot of congressmen now finna go and fend for themselves. But I just wanted to throw that out there. What do you think?